So many level ups. Oh wait, we had a thing there. Okay, so now he's got the come back to life thing. Vassal has improved. Alright. Like Wizard's Telly Scroll, I meant Guild Wars 2. Gotcha. So I've got a guide. Hang on a sec, let me type this in. That is a video I've got for my top pick for gem store items. Like, for example, the Copper-Fed Salvage-O-Matic is incredibly useful, but I really go over why in that video. If you've got a few minutes, check that video out, and then let me know if you have any questions. Alright, so we're gonna hit that, start a siege, and add siege projects. Onagers. Set fire to the battlements. Okay. And you guys... So bring the crabs up here. And then this one joins that army in a minute. Alright. I really think these dragons, this is wandering dragons, they're gonna be a problem. Getting too close. I was thinking more in-game, less so gem store, but I'll check it out. In-game. Okay, yeah, so Cagman mentioned the prototype position rewinder. That is a gizmo that I will link a guide to right now. The prototype position rewinder, you can equip it and press a button to save your location, and then you've got another button that you can teleport back to where you saved. So it makes it to where almost every jump puzzle in the game becomes trivialized. Very handy. So that is something. It is in Living Worlds Season 4, I believe, has that. And that is in Sandswept Isles. But it is quite good, for sure. Alright, I just blocked his Spelljammer chat. I'm gonna try this thing now. So I think it's out of my vision, but one of his outer provinces just got destroyed and got infested. Conjure Spell Ward research is done. Start a new one. Withering Mist. Chamber of the Right complete. Okay. New Empire development skill. Gain 3 gold per unit tier of units killed in combat. I think we're fine on gold. Ruler has returned. Okay. Dude, this is so crap. That's a neutral swarm of dragons coming up behind me while I'm sieging my enemy. Call for aid. The desperate plea for Maruza Tinkermane of Chitak reaches you. Maruza is losing the war to Werelak of an Insulder. I'm literally sieging him right now. Help us, Muck. You're our only hope. The guild mistress folds her hands. That aggressor Werelak is out to take my lands. I know I'm not one of your vassals, O Eldritch Sovereign, but if your heart favors mercy and kindness, please help us against this tyrant. Wish them good luck. Train a Deathstalker from Murkwater for the army of Chitak. Sure. Yeah, also, she said, I know I'm not one of your vassals. She is. She literally is. I don't know, maybe it's referring to, like, a higher tier of vassal. Alright, we're gonna turn our back on the city for a second to take out these dragons. Let's see if we can just auto it. Lose a single bone horror. That's fine. I just summoned that thing. Just summon another one. Easy. Okay. Orders required. That's fine. Make a watchtower. Hero leveled up. What do we got? Get them the come back to life spooky business. And restore gains 3 strengthened. Okay. Research grants knowledge. Conduits grant +5 mana. That took us from 94 positive mana to 138. Okay. One more turn until the city walls breach. Destroyed their Spelljammer. Start messing with their... Oh, there's the nest that I spawned. Haha. See, spells. Don't think I need to do anything there for the moment. Alright, so the question is, if I take this city and that's like the last enemy, does it just say you win, or does it still let you play through the story? We'll find out in a moment. Even battle. Alright, this might be the last battle, so we're absolutely going to do it on manual. And it says it's pretty even too, so it should be fun. So let's take down this enemy city. Ooh, I don't like how close we're starting to the walls. Yo, guys, back up a bit. What are you doing? Alright, you... Ghost Firestorm. Which one is this? Sisu. Exhume the dead. Okay. And let's see. Ashbird will put Warding Bond there. Mole the Believer. Exhume Undead there. More Banshees. Dragon Thing Spit over there. Giant Crab, go forward. Giant Crab, go forward. Reaper, just end your turn and wait. Last that. Okay, and then we got the gun guy. Nothing's in range of him right now, though we could summon some undead there. Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? Infectious Affliction. Oh, where's the map-wide thing that messes with them? Gotta find it. Mass Plague. That's it. Nice. Alright. Skitterlings. Is this where the game starts to lag? Maybe a little, but it's not real time, so. Calamity Dragon. Work on their catapults. Bone Horror. Let's see. A little nervous sending this guy so far forward, but... Alright, they're on fire. Oh, let's Control-Z that. I'm gonna summon an undead there to hopefully distract them from that. Some of that. Let's just send the wolves in. Yeet. Banshee. Where is this Banshee? Okay, hit their catapults a bit. Alright, that's it. That's all we can do. Alright, end turn. So they debuffed me. Those guys are weakened. Those guys are weakened. Chain lightning. Chain lightning. Archers shooting banshees. Archers shooting the bone wyvern. We want to save him. That's a hero. Get some tentacles in there. Yeah, we can't cast spells on turn 1 of a fight without certain perks, which we don't have. So, can't do that yet. Alright, there's the Ghost Firestorm going off. Sorry, I've got the sniffles. Give me just a second to blow my nose so I'm not doing this in your ear. Be right back. Okay, much better. Alright. So, combat spells. We've got 6 to choose from. Let's see, Soul Overflow. Tentacle is, of course, quite decent. Rotting Explosion. Target friendly zombie or skeleton explodes. Alright. Where is our ritualist? Here we go. Mold the Believer. Rite of Restoration. All friendly units in combat heal, gain regen, gain strengthen, and gain bolstered defense. We've also got Death Ward here. There's nothing in range of that, though. Alright. There's the lag. There's the lag. What's this? Get these banshees going. Bone wyvern. Let's see, Sisu. What do we want to do here? Okay, nothing's in range for that. Transfer life is free. Alright, step forward. Steal all positive effects from that guy. Hexpack that guy. Infectious Affliction. Just tons of debuffs. Alright, Dragon. Try to finish the catapults. Damaged it, didn't finish it. My Onager, finish that. Alright. Dragon number 2. Reaper. Finger of Death. Alright, it instantly killed that group. Alright, Trash Mob, just throw that in there. Banshees. Scream at these guys. Decaying Zombie, slap. How do you guys approach a fight against the Ranger in PvP? Do you kill the pet first? What's up, Shadow Me? Normally you would just go for the Ranger. However, let's say that you are near an obstacle, like a pillar or something, right? What you can do is, like, let's say the Ranger is far away and shooting you and his pet's on you. You could step behind the obstacle so the Ranger loses line of sight of you and then just start hitting his pet while he can't help it. And then he has two choices. Either he runs forward to help the pet, or he calls the pet back to back it off, you know? So if you could separate them like that, and that also goes for things like Mechanist, then that's a valid strategy. But if you're just, like, out in the middle of the open, it's usually you'll go for the Ranger. You cleave both if you can, but it depends on what skills you're bringing to the table. Get that. Okay, Catapult gun. Let's go over here and web. Bone Wyvern. Breath attack. Alright, the main guy. Let's see, transfer life. Put hit points on that guy. That's a free move. Hex Pact on their leader. Start debuffing him. Let's see, Havoc Pulse. Lots of random negative things in an area 2 times. Okay. Our Gun Ranger. Oh, this could be good. Alright. Attacks do plus 50% damage until the end of the turn, once per battle. Please don't miss. So first off, we're going to do that. And it missed. And then we're going to try to hit their leader. Ah, it grazed. Rip. Our catapult. Behind you on that guy. Where's this? Bone Horror. Hit that thing. Blast that hero. Mike, for the love of God, get him closer. The gun takes the full turn to do the big fire plague. If he so there's different range weapons, right? There's like bow, there's crossbow, throwing knife, and those you can like move and fire. The gun does way more damage, but it takes the full turn to fire it. But look at what it's got on it. Stuns the target, Grim Executioner, Piercing, Breaching, Flanker, Keen Edge, Rings of Binding, Elemental Slayer, Ignore Status Resistance, Big Game Hunter, Thorn Shot, Sniper's Focus, Focus Aim, Master's Focus. And half of those are bonuses that only are there if you didn't move that turn. So if you move him, he loses a lot of that. So it's usually better to try to just go for the shot with that. But it didn't work out for me this time. Tentacle. Slap, slap, slap. Alright, who is this? I don't know who I'm controlling right now. Oh, okay. Banshee. Oh, he's got Steadfast. He can't die this turn. He just sits at 1 health. Alright, wolves. Start chewing on the catapults. Because that makes sense. Plague. Okay. Mug, did you see it? Some dude is using the old Guild Wars 2 Bow Bear Ranger meme and calling it a challenge. Can you believe that? Yeah, I heard he won. Alright. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I see. Plague, since Plague got a kill, he could go again. That's why. Little worried about that hero over there on the left. I like how all these guys are beaming each other with different abilities. Have you ever played Elite Dangerous? It's a space sim, but not sure it's your cup of tea, but I love the game very much. I have not played that. What was the last space game I played? Everspace 2, I think it was called? That might have been the last one I did. Alright, that hero's gone. Missed! Come on, dragon. Boo. Blessed Judgment. Buffs allies, hurts enemies in a large area. Get judged, idiots. Gun worked that time. Was it Sins of a Solar Empire 2? What was that one? Hang on. Oh, I did a sponsored stream for them. I didn't play that to completion though. Everspace 2 was a space sim like Sins of a Solar Empire was like your top-down controlling worlds and stuff. It was like a large-scale thing. This one was like, you know, you were controlling an aircraft and you were playing that. So I guess it depends on when I heard space sim, I was thinking like, you know, flight sim type thing. I don't know if that's correct or not. Gremlin, where is he? No, not what I wanted. Corrupted soul. Banshee. Bone Wyvern. Throw it on the catapult. Get that. Okay, decaying zombies. They're not gonna be able to kill that because he's got steadfast. Gremlin. Dude, I cannot find this guy. Oh, there they are. Wait, no, this isn't the same gremlin. Oh, I see what happened. It's because one of the units I cursed died, and the curse gave me gremlins after it died. One wyvern up there. Okay, that guy's dead. Nice. So killed him with an ability that makes Life Seed, and Life Seed is when you kill a target with Life Seed, you get a heal nearby, so. Alright, at this point, I kind of feel like we got this. Let's see, Banshee. There's the leaders over here with a 1 hit point. Unless he does something crazy. Taunt. Oh, he can still, like, attack? Oh, nice. I thought that ended his turn. That's fantastic. Make some zombies. Alright. I'm gonna let's see. We're summon this here to distract. Alright, now I'm going to auto the rest of the turn just to fill in the little stuff. Because I think we've broken them at this point. We still have the regen on my entire army from that one dude that did that. What game is this? Age of Wonders 4. It's kind of like Heroes of Might and Magic, if you've ever played that. Alright, my turn. Do another Ghost Firestorm. Our Lord is almost dead. Got him. Alright, cool. Feels good. Alright, so I am just going to do auto now. And should be able to just run over their remaining troops. I don't think we lost any permanent units. Like, we summoned a whole bunch of, like, undead in front of our front line, so... that was a nice buffer. Kind of wish there was like a thing at the end that showed you how much damage each unit did. I would guess the Calamity Dragon, or maybe the gun guy, would get the lead on that. Reaper getting a kill. Yeah, and no deaths on our side. Any units that we lost were like temporary summons. That worked pretty well. Whoa! Steam achievements. Complete Eldritch Realms Tharokoth. Lead an Umbral transformed insectoid faction to victory. That's extremely specific. Lead an Umbral transformed insect faction to victory. Complete Tharokoth. Win as Eldritch Sovereign. Well, I think we just got our answer. Shadowborn Undone. Cult leader Werelak of Insuldur was defeated. His cult followers scatter, suddenly insecure about their future on Tharokoth. One of the Shadowborn elves speaks up. By besting our cult leader, did this Gaudir not prove he is worthy of our reverence? Will it not be the Eldritch Sovereign who leads us to our rightful glory? The Warlock leads you to Werelak's treasury. Please, Eldritch Sovereign, take whatever you please. May Urath bless your prowess. By defeating Werelak of Insuldur, you have claimed the necessary knowledge about the Umbral Gate to the Gate of Tharokoth. Some of his former followers even kneel before you and ask to join you. Anyone is free to join the right side of history. Lose stability but gain population? Yeah, let's do it. Tharokoth conquered. You've conquered the prison realm of Tharokoth. With the realm under your control, freeing your allies and opening the gate of Tharokoth becomes trivial. Okay, cool. So there's like a special dialogue for there's no enemies to stop you, so doing this is easy now. You lead your people through the Umbral Abyss and valiantly travel to the gate of Tharokoth. Zwenthrexi approaches you. Freedom awaits, O Eldritch Sovereign. I admit, I did not expect you to make it this far. I must rejoin my people so we can continue our fight against Urath. But know that you made an ally here today. Tharokoth is under your control and victory is secured. To the gate. You made your way to the gate of Tharokoth and your people eagerly await your blessing to step through. On the precipice of victory, Zwenthrexi joins you. I have learned many things during my imprisonment on